Hi guys, so today we're going to talk about trend lines, when to use it, how to use it, and then the easiest way to draw them and to identify them. So we all know the market goes into three directions. It's either going up, coming down, or going sideways. When the market is going up, we know it's called an uptrend, or we call it an uptrend because it's going towards the upside. When it's going down, we call it a downtrend because it's going to the downside. And it's easy to see on the eyes because you can just see that the market is going towards a particular direction. But when the market is going nowhere, that is, it goes in between two zones, we call it a consolidation or sideways movement. And this is where most traders lose money because it's hard to predict exactly what the market is doing because it's just going nowhere. You can't hold your buys for long, you can't hold your sells for long because it will go in profit and immediately or temporarily come back to take you as a stop loss and continue doing whatever it has to do. So the easiest market to make money is when the market is trending, be it going up or coming down. And then the problem we have is sometimes we don't know which trend line to draw. People don't know where to place their trend lines because there's a lot going on the market. So, what is a trend line? This is what we call a trend line. It's a tool on the trading view. It's just a line that is drawn onto the charts on the candles for price action. So, how do we draw this? Before you draw a trend line, you just need at least 2 points. What do I mean by that? You need to see price bounce off it. And how do you know price is bouncing off it? By extending it from the 2 points you're talking about. So you need to see at least 2 points. That is point A. You see at least point A, point B. Once you have at least these 2 points available, then you can say that okay, what we have here is a trend line. And how do we apply the trend line? You apply the trend line by moving from one point of your chart to the next. So you have point A, point B. So you just take your trend line, extend from here, then you just draw it upwards. You don't have to try and make the trend line touch the price action. Just make sure it touches the next point, which is point B. So just extend it and just leave it. If price then comes back to the trend line for a third touch or a fourth touch, then you can say, okay, this is standing as a support. What do I mean by support? A support level is where the market touches a particular point and then rejects off it to continue its momentum to the direction. So we had price going up here and the price came back down here. So price went continuation to the upside and then price came back down here. So we call this a support only if price taps into it and then continues its journey back to the upside. Then once we know the price has been able to hold it for quite a number of times, when price comes back, then we can say, okay, this is support only when we have rejection criteria met, which we're going to explain further in other videos. So please like, follow, share, and subscribe so you can enjoy the journey with me. Thank you. Back to the journey. So, like I said, when the market is trending up, we call it an uptrend. That is, it's going to the upside. When it's going nowhere, we call it a consolidation. That is, the market is going sideways. When it's coming down, there's a downtrend. And for a downtrend, to draw a trend line, all you need to do is, like just as this one goes, find 2 points. Could be point A. You can use point one, whichever way rocks your boat. You just need to find at least 2 points. So you just need A, B, and then to extend the trend line, just start from point A, then just extend it. All you need to do is wait for price to tap into that. Once price taps into it, the rejection criteria for when price is going to come down, when it presents itself, then you take a sell. So for now, it's a no-brainer. Just don't think too much. Find at least 2 points, extend the trend line. Once you get those 2 points, then we call it a trend line resistance. That's for the downside. And when it's to the upside, because the trend line supports. So that's basically the easiest way to draw the trend line. So now, when we have a trend line support and a trend line resistance in the same charts, we call it a channel. What do I mean by that? So from here, you have price doing high highs and higher lows. So the moment you take, just as the first one, you just need 2 points, point A and point B. Once you have point A and point B, all you need to do is just extend it. Once you extend it, you don't need to think too much. You just need to see price tap the next one, wait for a form of rejection, they take it. So when we have two trend line support, that's one trend line support and one trend line resistance on the same chart. We call this space here a channel. That is, we get here, we come down, we get here, we go up. That's basically what we have here. And it applies here too. Once you have that, then we call it a channel. So let's go to the practical side of how to draw it. So here we have on our charts, boom, 300. So what can we see? You don't need to think too much into it. Just look at the chart. How does it look like? Is it going to the upside? Is it going to the downside? We can clearly see that this is a daily candle. And on the daily candle, all we can see at this point is we can see that whatever action we have here is going to the downside. So we can clearly see that this was trending downside. We can literally see that it's coming down. So then we can say, okay, then the best place to draw a trend line is a downtrend of resistance. So like I said, you just need point A, point B. So let's plot our points A and point B. This is our point A. You just need two. This is our point B. And what do? You go to your two, take trend line, just extend it. Don't think too much into it, just extend it. What do we have here? After we extended, what happened here? That price, tap here, came down, tap here, came down. And what do we have here? We virtually had price tap into it again. And after it tapped into it, it came down. So we can virtually say that, okay, this was a trend line and price used this trend line. Mind you, are in a daily, so this price was moved on the daily candle. There's several pips, understand? So that's basically the easiest way to draw a trend line. So this is for the resistance trend line. So let's see how we can apply on the supports. Let's go into 4 hour. We're going to find some 4 hour supports. Okay, so this is what we call, like I said, on the first one, all we need is 3 points, point A, point B. You just need 2 points. Once you have the 2 points, just extend your trend line. So from point A, extend it. What do you have here? What do you have here? Point A, point B. So this became a support momentarily, and price broke through and came down. So all this we're going to explain further as we go along. You're going to have to adapt to the market. You're going to have losses, but whenever you have the losses, you're supposed to use risk management, and that's the only thing that can save you, because everything we have here in the market is all about risk to reward. I actually use this example because I wanted you to see that in every system, there is a moment where something fails. And when it fails, are you going to be safe? Are you going to be sorry? So, like earlier, if you take a look at this, you can clearly see that this market is coming to the downside. And if the market is coming to the downside, what is the best action to do? Is to find resistance. And if you're finding resistance, it means the market is coming down, right? So, how do you find a trend line for this? All you need is point A. That's the initial move to the downside. That's a point A. All you need is point B. And once you have point A, point B, how do you draw a trend line? Don't think too much into it. Just extend the trend from here to here. So your job or duty at this point is just to wait for price. When we are waiting for price, you just want to see how price is going to react if it should touch this level again. And what do we have here? We came down, tapped, came down. So we're waiting for the third touch. Okay. So we had a third touch. Now we have that, we know price is coming down. So that's basically the easiest way to draw a trend line without thinking too much into it. Just look at the flow of the direction, take a trend line, extend it from point A, point B, just extend it and wait for price to come touch the third time. Once you have a third touch, all you need to see a bullish or bearish close, depending on the trend line you're drawing and the time frame you're using. Then you're good to go. That's the easiest way to draw a trend line. Like I said earlier on, when we have a trend line support and trend line resistance all in the same area, we call it what? A channel. So we have a point A, extend, point B, extend, and then the same thing, point A, extend, point B, extend, point C. So now this becomes a channel because we have point A came down, point B came down. Now all you want to do is you want to wait for price to tap into this. Then you can take a sell. And price literally tap into it. So this became our channel. So that means you could have found buys here, found sells here, found buys here, found sells here, just based on the application. Let's see for the downside, what can we find on that same system? So what do you have here? Same application, points A, points B, extension. Same application, points A, points B, and we can see we have this going on here. So this becomes a channel. Here we have it. This is the easiest way to draw a trend line without confusion and without complications. Thank you for your time. If you want more episodes explained into details, please follow, like, and subscribe.